everyone, I'm Johnathan Lynch, your dude with the food. Meat and potatoes today. It's the man show. If you are tired of making mistakes, pay very close attention and I'll teach you how to make good steaks. Steak, potatoes and garlic, rosemary, Parmesan cheese. I think it's safe to say that these roasted potatoes might be some of the best that you've ever had. But in order to achieve these, we have to take them through a two-step cooking process. First, we're going to par cook them or cook them halfway in boiling water. Once that's complete, we'll finish them off in the oven. So let's get our potatoes started. Cutting your potatoes on the bias improves your chances of even caramelization all throughout the potato, aka the crispy goodness. Once your water has come up to a boil, you want to give it 2 good pinches of salt, like 5-finger pinches. Toss in your potatoes, smash some garlic, and throw in some rosemary. Putting in garlic and rosemary now will help to intensify the flavor when we put garlic and rosemary back onto our potatoes and finish them in the oven. Let's talk about steak, baby. A couple of thoughts on steak. 1. We're using a New York strip today, which is classic for its ring of fat around the top end of the steak. There's not too much marbling on the inside, which is an indicator that we need to be very careful when we're cooking as not to overcook, because there's not a lot of fat within the meat. The second thing is the doneness that we want to cook this steak to. We are looking for medium rare, and when I say we, I mean me and you. Cooking your steak to well done, in my opinion, is a waste of your money. If you want to eat well done meat, eat something that's been braised, not a premium cut. You're paying top dollar for this meat, and it should be treated as such. Our potatoes have been cooking for about 7 minutes now. We are looking for a fork tender, literally fork tender potato. If you can take a fork, stick it into your potato, and have it go through like this, then your potatoes are ready to come out of the water. We'll finish these potatoes off with a few grinds of cracked black pepper. Then we're going to put them in a preheated 425-degree oven until crispy and golden brown. For our steak, we want to slightly preheat a non-stick pan and add a little bit of oil. The oil will ensure that our steak has a crisp exterior and that it will not stick to the pan. The way you can test if your oil is hot enough is to simply stick your steak in the pan and see if it starts to sizzle. If you hear this sound, it's time for your steak to start cooking. Once you put this steak in the pan, don't touch it, don't even look at it. Human tendency is to poke around at the steak, but that inhibits caramelization. It inhibits a crisp exterior, and we do not want that for our steak. After 2 minutes of not touching or looking at your steak, I want you to flip it over because you have achieved a perfect crust on one side. Proof. After your steak has been cooking for 2 minutes on each side, turn off your fire and take your steak out of the pan because it's done cooking. The rest of the cooking will happen out of the pan. We call this carryover cooking. Think about this steak as you do exercising. When you're exercising and get off the treadmill, are you immediately cooled off? No, you're still pumping and going. The steak is the exact same way. This steak is going to be hot and continue cooking for at least another 5 minutes. If that 5 minutes was to happen inside the pan, it would overcook. Mind-boggling. While our potatoes are in the oven, let's check out Piggy's plug of the week. Our potatoes have been cooking in the oven for about 10 minutes. At this point, we want to take them out of the oven, take off the rosemary, and sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan on top. And put them back in the oven so the Parmesan can melt. Now it's time to eat. You can see these potatoes crisped up perfectly in the oven. That's so good. Let's give our meat a shot. We still have some pink running through our steak, which is exactly what we want. Delicious. Get a close-up of that. The rosemary comes through in the potatoes and that extra little bit of salty cheese on top. Perfect combination. Hopefully this video has helped you to stop making mistakes and to start making excellent steaks.